Here's part 3 of the full roofing ads course and how to generate $1 to $5 million a year, even in competitive markets. And we just covered why you're missing out on $1 to $5 million a year and where to advertise to get that $1 to $5 million. And now we're going to be covering the 11 top performing residential roofing ads that we made out of 500 plus that we tested. My name is Rohan Jha, CEO and founders of 4Roofers, and we generated a 12x average ROI and as high as $657K in 1 month for a client, largely because we make over 120 roofing ads per month, and then we've made over 500 over the last 7 months. And today I'm going to be going through 11 of the top performing ads that we made so you can just copy them. We're on a mission to change the way roofers perceive marketers, and that's why we give away all the secrets, whether it be our Instagram, YouTube, different case studies, and that's also why this entire course is free. Our goal is that you implement what I talk about here in our content, our case studies, to make your company stand out, then generate millions and scale your roofing business to the moon. Or you implement everything and it works phenomenally, but you decide that you want it off your plate and you hire us. If so, we do guarantee a 4x ROI and we offer your first month free. If you want to download this full course, you can do that in the description. There's also going to be a link to check if you qualify for your first month free. In there's probably a link in the description for that as well. And if you want to watch the previous videos that I mentioned on why you're missing out on $1 to $5 million a year or where to advertise to get that $1 to $5 million a year, that's going to be in the description as well. And here's 11 of the top performing residential roofing ads out of 500 that we ran. We're going to start out with insurance. And just overall, our objective is to create revenue for our clients at the highest ROI as possible. So this client was mainly door knocking and helping homeowners file insurance claims. After a lot of research and conversations with them, we found out that most homeowners were unaware that they even had damage on their roof. So we don't care if we're attracting broke people, because if they can afford their insurance deductible, then they can afford a new roof. So we added strict qualifications for homeowner insurance plus the ability to pay for their deductible. And then we decided to combine that with a very strong offer as well as some education. This led to a very low cost per qualified appointment. So as you can see, we asked them, do you have homeowner insurance? Can you pay your deductible? How would you prefer to fund a new roof? What can we help you with? And we don't want any repairs as well, so we qualified for that on the front end too. So these ads focus on making someone aware that it's possible to get a new roof through their insurance. That's the education piece because of what they had mentioned to us. So we focus on more educational type ads and combine that with educational primary text along with it. Because it was more educational in nature, we specifically targeted 2 stages of the buyer's pyramid. The 30% that aren't thinking about getting a new roof by giving them a good offer. And the 30% that don't think they're interested by showing them there are other options and you can get a new roof through your insurance, because most of the market was not aware. So here we have some of the ads that actually won that we tested. What we also did is we made some videos along with that. As mentioned, our goal is to focus on creating awareness to drive leads and ultimately sales. So I'm not going to play this video here, but you can play it if you're actually in the course. But some of the things that we noticed is that it had very good lighting. It had a roofing call out with the hard hat right there, an attention grabbing hook that makes people say, what? A proven body that we've done, that we used in the past, as well as the fact that it was educational, but it also mentions the clear qualifications, and it broke objections around insurance, whether that be higher premiums, etc. Now, one of the things that's really important for this campaign that's not as much ads, but what we did on the back end, is that these ads wouldn't have worked without Meta's lead filtering. We were able to ensure that every single person had insurance and they could afford their deductible. This led to qualified people coming in with cheap clicks, because if we had no qualifications, it would be a lot of unqualified people. This forced the algorithm to find people that were qualified, and these ads ended up working well for a long time. And now we're going to be covering some retail cash financing type ones that we did in North Carolina. The insurance one worked well because likely it was attention-grabbing headlines, while the financing ones are what we call hi-fi/polished. We tried some of the insurance creatives with a financing offer, and typically speaking, they didn't really work as well. However, What's interesting with financing is although, yes, it is an offer, we believe it's mainly how you present yourself with that hi-fi polished look that matters. The headline is one of the most important parts, but the ones that we have below seem to be way more professional than the other ones that we tested and possibly convey that the company as well is professional, especially compared to most roofing ads. So these are three of the ads that work the best. And one of these two ads, this one right here, the second best performing ad that we've ever seen. Overall, these ads have outperformed insurance ones as these ads were created more recently because we've also been improving very rapidly. And if I were to make a recommendation for anyone making roofing ads, I would say to make extremely professional looking ads like the ones you can see above. And just to go into that a little bit deeper, I would instruct to make ads that make you go, wow. All of the above ads were created more recently and we've improved very dramatically. So our internal bar for what a is has continually raised over time. So all of these ads pleased everyone on the team and it did make us go, wow. Whereas maybe some of the other ones were good ads, but it didn't make us go, wow. And this shows us that those ads that make you say, wow, that look really pleasing are the ones that'll actually convert. At least that's what we're doing moving forward. And now that's the bar that we have. It's rare that before an ad is launched, we know it'll perform, but some of these, I had no shadow of a doubt. And now we always want to test things, but we are getting closer and closer to only launching ads like the ones here. And here are some videos as well. We wanted to use this ad to show a little bit of social proof, tell a little bit of a story from a different point of view. So these are some testimonials that we clipped together, and I'd love for you guys to check it out quickly. So I'll play it very quickly here. You can actually see it, etc. We have some different clips here. Now, some of the components as to why we believe this ad performed is a very good supporting piece that can convert more skeptical buyers. So when we have this video ad combined with different ads, it works really well when people may not believe the other ads we see. It also tells a story without blatantly telling a story. Finally, it's also from the customer's point of view, and it has social proof with many different people. It also touches on many key value props of a Gator metal roof without sounding very pitchy. And here's another ad that we actually had. And this one has been one of our best performing. This company operates statewide, so we use that to our advantage along with some mystery. So we offered a program where they can get a new roof as low as $99 a month, which is essentially financing. And then we mentioned that it was statewide to again add some mystery, like I just said. So components as to why we believe this ad performed. Great lighting, great delivery. The roof was going up in the background, so it was a strong call out. It also was a pattern interrupt. We also had a CTA booster at the end, which could have converted some more people, as you can see right here. As you can see right here, a CTA booster. There was no headline as well at the top, and there was also different captions than the other. This has been one of our best performing ads to date, so we're constantly iterating on it. And seeing what factors led to its success. And finally, we have another ad here, which was filmed with the same UGC actor. And here are some components as to why we believe this ad performed. We used a negative hook, which said, "I am not sorry," and then the rest of the hook, which we found to work pretty well. We also used a proven body that we've used in the past. Again, there was a roof going on in the background. We also mentioned the offer a few times. Again, she had phenomenal delivery. And we also let them know that not everyone qualifies. So we can almost push them away so that they try to pull us back in. Now, this is not exactly why it performed. We, at the end of the day, don't know exactly why, but these are the different hypotheses as to why we believe it actually performed. Now, there are some exceptions. We've used some personable, less pitchy ads in the past, and they can work well, but they typically don't last very long. And there also needs to be exceptional primary text along with. So there are some examples of the primary text later on, and we'll be releasing some of the exact text that we use soon. However, we typically only use these types of ads with larger accounts to create more diversity. And these were 2 of the ads among the 8 types of images that we use that performed. The biggest thing that we're looking at here is to test as much variance as possible. The more variance you have, the more chances to strike a nerve with potential customers. That doesn't mean you be lazy, just throw things up. With every ad you put out, raise the bar of the account, or at a minimum, you should have a reason for testing it. So in terms of the best images components, we've tested hundreds of them, and above you saw 7 of them. The common threads that we've noticed that you can use is they almost all have an eye-catching headline. Whether it be bigger or different font, different colors, shadows, etc., there's something that makes it stand out. Visual hierarchy is also very important. It should be very clear how you want the reader to view your message, and there should be negative space as well. So as you can see here, there's a lot of negative space all around the ad, and it's very clear within 1 second what we're actually advertising. And same thing with this one, a lot of negative space around, very clear headlines. And this one as well, a lot of negative space. It has a little bit more information, and it may take a little bit longer to actually get to understand what it is. However, we have a very highly attention-grabbing headline right here. And then they're either professional looking or native, and it's either professional looking or native, nothing in between. When I say native, I'm talking about those more personable images like I mentioned. And then professional looking would be more so like the other ones I showed you up top just now. And almost all of them have an offer in the headline or somewhere in the ad. $99 a month, $1,500, $299 a month, new roof through insurance. Now these aren't rules, it's just what has worked well for us. And like I said before, test as much as you can. Now for videos, we've tested hundreds of videos, and above are 4 of the best. The common threads we've noticed is great lighting. I wouldn't even film if there was bad lighting because it's so important. The delivery is very poor. The testimonials were authentic, so the delivery couldn't be poor. But for the talking head style, which was everything except the testimonials, this script were practiced line by line and read professionally. All the videos had captions which we edited on. There was music in the background for suspense. The offer was clearly stated, and there was a clear call to action at the end of the video. All ums or blank space in between sentences and words were taken out to create faster cuts, and they were roughly about 15 to 27 seconds long. And finally, they were 4:5, 1:1, or 9:16 aspect ratio. There were none that were like a YouTube video like this video here. Again, these aren't rules, it's just what worked for us. One thing to keep note is that videos allow for more education and storytelling, but it's not necessary. So best practice is be professional or native and personable, not in between. Keep it simple, don't throw everything in there. You don't have to throw everything about your brand in every single ad. We've tested over 400 plus ads, and this is less than 3.25% of them. Some of the ads did well and would most likely crush most roofing ads, but these are the best. The answer is volume consistently. Analyze consistently, raise the bar consistently. And if you want to watch the next video on how to make winning ads, it's linked in the description. If you want to have this full roofing ads course, also linked in the description. If you want to watch the previous videos, also linked in the description. We'll see you in the next video.